it.
Okay,
I'm gonna mute you guys.
Yes, Lisa, that's exactly what you want to do.
Okay, perfect. All right, let's do this. Pretty sure you should be able to see me yet. Okay. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad that we all get to practice yoga together virtually. Thank God for technology. So I'm glad that you're here. This is a 60-minute flow-ish. You know how I can be. I'll try to keep it to 60 minutes. And we're recording, so you can always watch it again later and practice throughout the week. We're going to start this morning in child's pose. So come to the top of your mat. Bring the soles of your feet together, knees spread wide, and rest your forehead into the earth. And start to find your breath. Big inhale through the nose, filling up. Back body rises toward the ceiling, rib cage expands. And then open your mouth, exhale, and let the breath go. A couple more like that. Inhale, fill up. Take in as much air as you can. And then open your mouth, exhale, and let it go. One more big breath, just like that. Inhale, filling up with energy and light and positivity. Open the mouth, exhale, let go of that stress, tension, anything that's no longer serving. Start to walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Place your left hand on top of your right. Start to find length in your left side body. Big breath in. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. Sink your hip closer to your hip. One more like that. Inhale, fill up. Open the mouth and breathe. Slowly start to walk your hands over toward the left side of your mat. This time finding length into the right side body. Big breath in, filling up through your right side lung. Open your mouth, exhale, let it go. One more just like that. Inhale. Open the mouth and breathe. Walk your hands back toward the top of your mat. Start to tense your fingers and lift your forearms off of the floor, finding even more length into your spine. Big breath in. And this time when you think you're full with air, see if you can take in one more sip and hold it. Keep your lips sealed, and this time exhale through your nose, coming into your Ujjayi breath. And as best you can throughout your practice, see if you can inhale and exhale deeply through the nose, constricting through the back of the throat. On your next inhalation, start to find your way into tabletop pose. Stack the heels of your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath hips, and start to find some cows and cats. Inhale, drop the belly, gaze up. Exhale, round, tuck your chin to your chest. Inhale for cow pose. Lift the gaze, lift the tailbone. Exhale, round for cat, pressing the earth away. One more time, just like that. Inhale. And exhale. Come back to a neutral spine and tuck your toes if they're not already. And then start to hover your knees just a couple inches above the earth. Keep pressing the mat away, engaging the core. Crown of the head goes straight forward. So not dropping the head or cranking the neck, but keeping a nice long spine. Starting to find some fire into the belly. Keep pressing the mat away and breathe. Take in one more inhale, and then on your exhale, slowly start to lift the hips up and back, downward facing dog, Adho Mukha Svanasana. and find some movement here in your down dog. You can pedal the feet, move the hips, shake the head, whatever feels nice. And then as you're ready, start to settle into some stillness. Feet are about hips distance apart. Letting the heels be heavy toward the earth. Pull the belly in and up, hips up and back. And really pressing the mat away. See if you can find a stretch all the way into your armpit. Starting with some plank rolls, come high up onto your toes and start to round it forward. Rounded plank into plank. Find a strong plank pose here. Press the mat away. Find that doming in your upper back. Drop your hips. Tuck your tailbone. Pull the belly in tight and really engage your legs. So pull the kneecaps up your legs, hamstrings toward the ceiling. And look out in front of your mat again, keeping a nice long spine. Crown of head goes straight forward. Take a breath, and as you exhale, lift the hips up and back. Downward facing dog. Let's do that a couple more times. High up on the toes, rounded forward, rounded plank into plank. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. One more just like that, rounded forward, rounded plank into plank. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Come back to your plank pose and hold it and breathe. Keep pulling the belly in tight. You've got this. And then as slowly as you can, hug your elbows in. We'll come all the way down to the belly. Keep hugging your elbows in. Go slow and come all the way down. Once you get there, untuck your toes and press the tops of your feet into the floor so much that your kneecaps lift. Walk your hands back by your floating wrists. On an inhale, lift your head and your chest, and then hover your hands. Baby Cobra, Bhujangasana. Keep pressing into the tops of your feet. Exhale, release. Do that again. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. One more just like that. Inhale, squeeze the elbows in. Exhale, release. Tuck the toes, about hips distance apart once again. Hands come back by your floating wrists. Hug your elbows in tight. You have an option. Either press into plank pose or come into tabletop. Use your inhale breath and press yourself up. Exhale, go back, downward facing dog. Look to the top of your space and take little steps all the way to the top of your mat. Feet come behind the hands. Bend your knees a lot, lay your belly on your thighs, and then engage your navel. Pull your navel in tight, drop your head. You can interlace elbows, forearms, ragdoll pose. Sway side to side. It should feel nice, just starting to release through the hamstrings and the low back. And then gently release the hands down to the earth. Toe heel your feet together to touch. On an inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Padahastasana. Hands to your heart. Samasti. Close your eyes for just a moment. And if it's in your practice to set an intention, this is a great time. Maybe just setting your intention on finding your breath, having some fun in yoga with your fellow yogis, health, happiness. Take a big deep breath in, seal in your intention. Open your mouth, exhale, share it with your community. Blink your eyes open, bring your arms down by your side to Tadasana. On an inhale, reach your arms up and overhead. Exhale, fold, soft knees and a flat back. Bring your hands to the earth, your shins or your knees, just pressing into something, and find a flat back. Hips back, chest forward, crown of head forward. Exhale, fold, forehead to shin. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Squeeze your shoulder blades together behind you. Exhale and fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lift, Ardha Uttanasana. Exhale, fold. Step your left foot to the back of your space and bring your left knee down to the earth. Untuck your toe. On an inhale, reach your fingertips up toward the ceiling, Anjaneyasana. Lean forward a little bit, starting to find a nice stretch into your left hip flexor. Take another breath in, and then as you exhale, cactus your arms and open your heart. On an inhale, reach up. Exhale, bring your hands to the mat. From here, start to peel open for a twist. So right arm reaches toward the ceiling. Keep the knee down for now. You might take some circles with the arm. You can even cactus and open the heart. And then go ahead and tuck your left toe and lift the knee so you're in a runner's lunge twist. One more breath here. And then open up to your left for a wide leg forward fold. So parallel your feet, drop your head. Start to walk your hands forward, finding a wide leg downward facing dog. Keep pulling the belly in tight, hips go up and back. Just breathe. Walking your hands back between your legs and behind you. Turn the fingers around. Maybe even bend the elbows a little bit as you put more weight into the balls of your feet, deepening the stretch. Hands come back underneath your heart. Find a flat back, so lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Turn your right foot out at about 45 degrees and start to bend into your right knee at the top of your mat. The left leg is super straight and strong. Your toe is flexed toward the ceiling. Skandasana. We'll be back here quite a few times throughout practice, though no need to make it your deepest expression of the pose. You can keep your hands down for now if you'd like. And then slowly start to transition to the back of your mat, bending into your left knee. Right leg stays super straight and strong. Breathe. Start to come toward the back of your mat, framing your left foot at the back of your space. Walk your hands forward and then step your right foot up to meet the left at the back of your mat. Toes touching, little space between the heels. Once again, find your flat back, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees a lot. Inhale, chair pose, Utkatasana. Sit nice and low, stick your booty way back there, and then find a very subtle tuck of your tailbone so that you're really engaging through the core here. Take another breath, and as you exhale, see if you can sit a little lower. And then fold, forehead to shin. Uttanasana. Inhale, find that flat back. Exhale, fold. Step your right foot to the back of the mat. Right knee down to the earth. Untuck your toe. Inhale, lift up, reach up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, cactus your arms, open your heart. Inhale, bring it back up. Exhale, hands to the mat. This time we start to peel open toward the left, reaching the left arm up, maybe some arm circles, cactus, just finding that twist, opening the heart, and then tuck your right foot, lift the right knee, runner's lunge twist. Breathe. Open back up for your wide leg forward fold, this time moving to the right. Breathe. Let's take the shoulder stretch. Bring the arms behind your back, interlace the fingers, and start to pull your fist up over your head. and breathe. Release the arms, hands back down to the earth. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Turn the left foot out at an angle. Tadasana, back of your mat, bending into the left foot. This time, maybe you try a balance, hands to heart. Maybe you start to reach the arms forward. Getting a little deeper into the inner thighs, the groin. And then using your hands or not, transition to the top of your mat, bending into the right. Same option. Hands come back down. Start to frame your right foot at the top of your space. Left foot steps up to meet the right. Forward fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees. Inhale, chair pose. Sit nice and low. Booty back. And then tuck. Find your core. Find your legs. See if you can sit a little bit lower. Always remember if that bothers your shoulders, arms can come straight out or to your heart. And then fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Circle sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, step back to your plank pose. We'll take our first vinyasa on the knees. So drop your knees down to the earth. Lift your tailbone up. Hug your elbows in. And just bring your chin and chest down to the earth. Keep looking forward. Come all the way down to your belly. And then find a lifted cobra. So thighs stay down. More weight into the hands. Roll your shoulders back and look up. Tuck the toes. Go back. Downward facing dog. Look to the top of your space, walk, step, float, feet meet hands at the top of your mat. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep all the way up, Padahastasana. Exhale, fold it back down. Hands come down to the earth. Step back, find plank pose. You always have the option to come down for knees, chest, chin. Or if you'd like to try on your toes, hinge it forward. Try to bring your shoulders a little forward of your wrist. Hug your elbows in tight and lower down halfway. Try to keep your shoulders higher than your elbows. Keep looking forward. Now see if you can come to the tops of your feet. Thighs stay lifted. Upward facing dog. Exhale, go back. Downward facing dog. Look forward. Walk, step, float, feet meet hands. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep all the way up. And then exhale, come right back down. Let's do one more. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. You have a choice. You can walk, you can step. If you are floating, please land in a chaturanga with bent elbows. Or just meet us in down dog. You don't have to do every vinyasa. And we'll meet in down dog. Find your down dog, find your breath, and breathe. We'll start to build our flow. On an inhale, stretch your right leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. One more, just like that. Inhale. Exhale, knee to nose and hold it here. Now look forward, tap your shin down to the earth. And then pull it back into your chest. Tap it down, pull it into your chest. One more like that, tap it down, pull it into your chest and hold it there. Come onto your right hand, keep the right knee lifted, lift the left arm up. Bring your hand behind your head. Now, tap your right shin down to the earth and take your left elbow toward the ceiling. Really open up. And then exhale, crunch, elbow to knee like a clam. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch. One more time. Inhale and crunch it. Inhale, open. Come to a single-legged plank. So give it a try. See if you can be in plank with your right leg lifted. You can even do this in tabletop if you'd like to drop your right knee, or left knee, sorry. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm, and then slide it down to your wrist. Bring it back up to your upper arm. Now bring it across the body to the left. Slide it down. Bring it back up. Bring your knee to your nose, and then extend it straight back, single-legged plank again. You can stay here. If you want more, try chaturanga. Yeah? Press back up. Three-legged dog, all the way up and back. Bring your knee into your nose. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Right foot comes right between the hands. Knee over ankle. Make sure you can see your foot. You can scooch it forward if you need to. Left leg is super straight and strong. Use your inhale breath to stand yourself up for crescent lunge. Take your time. Once you get there, reach the fingertips toward the ceiling. Maybe you even look up. See if you can spin your pinky fingers inward. Drop the shoulders. Take a breath here. Find some length. And then exhale, cactus the arms and open the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow lunge. Sweep the arms behind you and yearn the chest forward. Inhale, reach. Exhale, cactus, open. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow or incline lunge. One more set, guys. Here we go. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, open. Inhale, lift. Exhale, arrow. Stay here. Our next destination is airplane pose. So more weight into the right leg. Left leg lifts. Flex your left toes down toward the earth. Roll the hip underneath you. See if you can keep the chest lifted. Take one more breath here. And then open up for a warrior two. Right foot is directly toward the front of your space. Left foot is at about 90. If you have the rotation in your ankle, maybe it's at 45. But keep pressing to the outside edge of your left foot. Look over your right fingertips and sit low. Breathe. 3 sun breaths. On an inhale, straighten the legs and touch the palms. Exhale, sit low. Inhale. And exhale. A little different on this one. On an inhale, straighten the legs and touch the palms. Keep the arms lifted. Turn the heels in, toes out, knees out, goddess pose. Interlace your fingers and then press your palms toward the ceiling. Sit really low. Keep working heels in, toes out, and see if you can sit straight down, not coming forward, but really just dropping the booty straight down. On an inhale, lift up, reach up, stay low in the legs, and then come halfway forward. Bum back, chest forward. Inhale, lift up, sit a little lower. Exhale, come halfway forward. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Stay here for an extra round of breath, really getting into those legs. Breathe. Inhale, come on up. Really nice. Take the arms out to a T, stand up tall, and then warrior two to the back of your space. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, Santosha, back to the back of your mat, bending into the left knee. Sit low. This time you might try opening your arms by reaching the left hand outside of the foot and reaching the right arm up. See if you can lean back a little bit, Find that back bend and that heart opening. Beautiful. And then face your left leg at the back of your mat, runner's lunge. Plant your palms, left leg comes up and back, three-legged dog. And let's move right into the left side and we'll take a break. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhaling. Exhale, knee to nose. And length. One more time, knee to nose. Hold it here. Tap your shin down to the earth. And bring it back up. Tap it down. And lift up. One more time. Tap it down. And lift up. Stay here. Come to your left hand. The left knee stays lifted. Really root through your right sole of foot. Right arm up. And then hand behind your head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch it. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch it. One more time. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, open. Right hand down, left leg extends straight behind you. We're in a single-legged plank. Now left knee, left upper arm. Down to the wrist. Bring it up. Take it over to the right upper arm. Slide it down to the wrist. Bring it back up. Knee to your chest. Extend it straight back. Stay. Maybe a chaturanga. Press the mat away. Go back. Three-legged dog. Knee comes back into your nose. Step it forward. Runner's lunge. High above the fingertips. Find your stability, your balance, and then use your inhale breath to stand it all the way up for crescent lunge. Reach the fingertips high. Breathe. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, cactus the arms, open the heart. Inhale. And exhale, reach the fingertips behind you, chest forward. Inhale, lift. Exhale, cactus. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow. One more like that. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, arrow. Stay here. Reaching the fingertips back. Find more weight into your left foot. Airplane pose. Right leg lifts. Flex the foot down, roll the hip underneath you, breathe. And then open up, warrior two. Sit nice and low. You got this, breathe. On an inhale, straighten the legs, touch the palms. Exhale, sit low. Inhale. And exhale. One more time, inhale to parallel the feet. Exhale, goddess pose. Arms come out to a T this time. Heels in, toes out. A little different. Let's take a side stretch. So left forearm to the left side. Reach it to the back of your space. Find some rotation here. So lean back a little bit. See if you can bring your heart toward the ceiling. And then knit your ribs down. Keep sitting nice and low. Bring it back to center. And then other direction. Maybe you look under the bicep. Breathe. Inhale, come back to center. And then sit a little lower. Bring your arms up to a cactus. And then see if you can come up to your toes and lift your heels. Sitting a little lower. Breathe. You got it. One more breath here, guys. Nice. Heels down. Stand up, straighten the legs. Warrior two, back to the top of your space. On an inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, Santosha, top of your space. Bend into the right knee. Maybe you reach the right arm out, lift the left arm, lean back. And then face your right foot at the top of your space. Walk the hands forward this time. Left foot steps up to meet the right at the top of your mat. And fold. Separate the feet about hips distance. I like to measure with 2 fists between my feet, toes, heels, everything in the same line, and then slide your hands underneath your feet, because all the way to the wrist creases for Padahastasana. Bend your knees as much as you need to make that connection, and then let your head go. On an inhale, find that extension, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold, forehead to shins, lift the hips. Use the strength of your core and your biceps to pull yourself in closer. One more inhale. One more exhale. Breathe. Gently release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet together to touch. On an inhale, circle sweep your arms all the way up. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart, Samastiti. Take a moment and towel off if you need to. Grab a quick drink of water, and then we'll continue on. I'm assuming I haven't heard anybody yell at me to say you can't hear. Is everything good? I think so. I hope so.
All's good.
Okay, cool. Thank you. When you're ready, we'll all meet back at the top of our mats in Tadasana, arms by your side, really rooting down through all 4 corners of your feet. Take a big deep breath in through your nose. Open your mouth, exhale, let something go. Here we go. Inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up and overhead. Exhale, fold, soft knees and a flat back. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Plant your palms, walk, step, flow. Take a vinyasa of your choice. We'll meet in downward facing dog. And here we go. Inhale, stretch the right leg high. Bring your knee to your nose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Stay here. Tap your shin down to the earth, and then bring it back into your chest. Keep the knee lifted. Come to your right hand, upward side plank. Hand comes behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, open. Exhale, single-legged plank. All right, here we go. Right knee, right upper arm. Slide it to the wrist. Bring it back up. Over to the left. Slide it down. Bring it back up. Knee to your nose, and then extend it straight back. Hold the plank. Maybe a chaturanga. Press the mat away. Go back. Downward facing dog with the right leg lifted. Bring the knee back into the nose. Step it forward. Runner's lunge. Inhale, crescent. Lift up. Breathe. Take a big breath in. Exhale, cactus your arms, open the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arrow lunge. Sweep the arms behind you. We're coming right into our airplane pose, so more weight into the right leg. Left leg lifts. Breathe. A little different this time. Bring your knee into your chest, one leg into Tadasana. And then find your figure 4. Cross the left ankle over the right knee and sit really low. I'll face you guys. We're going to do some single-legged figure 4 squats. So on an inhale, see if you can stand up straight. Exhale, sit low. We'll do 4 more of these. Inhale, as you stand up, squeeze your right glute. Exhale, sit low. Breathe. Use your inhale to stand up straight. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. One more. Inhale. And exhale. Breathe. You got it. Here we go. This time on an inhale, stand up, bring your left knee back to your chest, and then come back to your airplane. Breathe. Open up, warrior two. Just one humping warrior or sun breath to change direction. So on an inhale, straighten the legs, touch the palms. Exhale, warrior two to the back of your space. Really nice. Adding on here, on an inhale, tip it up and back, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So maybe start with the forearm to the thigh, reach the right arm forward and drop your right hip. Let's dance through this a couple of times. On an inhale, tip it up and back. Stay committed to that bend in your left knee. Exhale, extended side angle. Maybe you get a little lower. Inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, extended side angle and stay. Really nice. Find that rotation. So again, take your heart towards the ceiling, drop your right hip, try to knit your ribs. Breathe. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Tadasana to the left, and into the left knee, sit low. Maybe this time you take the left hand outside of the left foot and open the right arm, finding, once again, rotation, back bend, open heart. Face your left foot at the back of your mat, runner's lunge. Plant your palms, left leg comes up and back. Three-legged dog, moving right into the left side. Knee to nose, just one time. Inhale, lengthen. Knee comes back to your nose. Tap the shin down to the earth. Bring it back into your chest. Keep it lifted. Come to your left hand, right arm lifts, and then hand comes behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, single-legged plank. Left leg goes straight back. Here we go. Left knee, left upper arm. Take it down to the wrist. Bring it back up. Take it over to the right upper arm. Squeeze in. Down to the wrist. Bring it back up. Knee to the nose or the chest. Extend it straight back. Stay or chaturanga. Press the mat away. Go back. Downward facing dog. Knee comes into the chest. Step it forward. Runner's lunge. High up on the fingertips. Use your inhale breath to stand all the way up. Crescent lunge. Breathe. Here we go. Inhale, lift up, find length. Exhale, cactus the arms open. Inhale. And exhale, air lunge. Sweep the fingers behind you. Breathe. Airplane pose. More weight into the left leg. Right leg floats up. Breathe. I know you guys are doing great. All right, here we go. Right knee to your chest. Crane pose or one-legged Tadasana. And then find your figure four. Come back to face down. Right, so sitting really low here. Finding your balance and your stability. Use your inhale to stand up straight. Exhale, sit low. Inhale, squeeze your left glute, stand up straight. Exhale, sit low. Just 3 more, come on. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. One more, inhale. And exhale. Sit low, take an extra round of breath here. And then we'll find our one-legged Tadasana, bringing your right knee to your chest. Come back to your airplane pose. Breathe. Open it up, warrior two. Just one sun breath to change direction. Inhale, straighten the legs, parallel. Exhale, warrior two, right foot leads. Dancing through our side angle pose. On an inhale, tip it up and back. Exhale, side angle. Maybe you start with that forearm on the thigh. Reach. Inhale, tip it up and back. Keep that bend in the right leg. Exhale, extended side angle. One more time and then we'll stay. Extended side angle. Breathe. Keep dropping the left hip. Try to look up and find that rotation. Breathe. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. And then Santosha, top of the mat. So bending into the right knee. Right hand comes down maybe. Left arm reaches. Lean back. And then frame your right foot at the top of your space. Left foot meets right, the front of your mat. Forward fold. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, fold. Circle sweep your arms all the way up. Hands to your heart. We have one more flow, yogis. We'll change some things up, add a couple things in, and then we'll start to slow it down. Grab a quick drink if you need it. Okay, here we go. Inhale, circle sweep the arms all the way up. Exhale, fold it back down. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale. Plant your palms, walk, step, float. Skip it all together. We'll meet in a downward facing dog. Everyone take a big deep breath in. Open your mouth and just let something go. Last one. Just follow your breath. Changing it up here. On an inhale, stretch the right leg high. Bring your right knee to your right upper arm. Now bring it over to the left. You know this. Back to the right, and the left, and the right, and the left. Bring your knee to your heart, your chest, and then tap the shin down. Bring it back in. Awkward side plank. Come to the right hand. Last time on the right, I promise. Hand behind the head. On an inhale, tap the shin open. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, open. Come back to your single-legged plank. Now this time it's different. See if you can come to the finger pads of your left hand, and then maybe just play with this balance by reaching your left arm forward in opposition for 3, 2, and 1. Left hand down, right leg up and back. I know it's tough. So good. Bring your knee into your nose, and then step the right foot forward, runner's lunge. This time we come right into our incline lunge, our arrow lunge, by sweeping the arms back, chest forward, airplane pose. Left leg floats up. Keep the chest lifted, so think up dog in the chest. Breathe. Inhale, lift up, one leg into Tadasana. Figure 4, cross the ankle over the knee, sit low. Just 3 of these this time. On an inhale, stand up straight. Exhale, sit down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sit low. One more time, inhale. Exhale, sit low. Breathe. You got it. Now maybe you play here. You can start to take a twist. Maybe that elbow comes inside the arch of the foot. If you have an arm balance, you're more than welcome to play. Maybe you come into a toe stand, but just taking an extra round or 2 of breath to play here. And then as you're ready, we'll all meet back in our one-legged Tadasana. Don't watch the teacher, she can't balance today. And then sweep the arms behind you, come back to your airplane pose. Now the transition here is different. We're going to open up and flip our feet, so warrior two to the back of your mat. Your left foot leads this time. We just skip all that other stuff. Breathe, you got it. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Coming right into it for a longer hold. So find your fullest expression. If you have a half or a full bind, you're more than welcome to come into that. Birds of Paradise, bound half moon. We'll stay here. If you've got a bind, I really want you to roll the shoulder back. Keep dropping the hip. Try not to fold forward, right? Think back then. Breathe. 2 more breaths. On an inhale, tip it up and back, reverse your warrior. And then straighten through the front leg, exalt. Windmill your hands down to the back of your space. Come into a standing split. So right leg lifts and bow in. Shiva squat. Bring your right knee behind the left calf. Sit really low. Squeeze everything into the midline. Keep your left hand down and then open up for Ardha Chandrasana. Balancing half moon. I didn't mention at the beginning, a blocker book can be helpful, and I'm sure you knew that. We'll dance through this a couple of times. Right hand down, right knee comes behind the left. Good move. Squeeze and look forward, and then open up, Ardha Chandrasana. One more time, and then we'll hold. Get low, squeeze in, and then open, breathe. Really nice. Now, you have a couple of options. You can stay. Maybe you start to play with hovering the hand. Maybe if Japasana is in your practice. Keep breathing. You got it. So nice, y'all. Take the right hand down, square everything off, and then take a big step back. Coming into warrior one, so the right toes will angle at about 2 o'clock, heel is down. You might think about taking the left foot out toward the left edge of your mat to give your hips more room. And then inhale all the way up, finding your warrior one pose. Think about bringing the right hip forward, left hip back. Try to pull your rib cage off your waistline and look up. Breathe. Bring your hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, left thumb on top. Inhale, punch the fist down, open the heart, and then exhale, humble your warrior. Left shoulder comes inside of your left knee. Breathe. Think about dropping your head, letting all of the worry and the fear, all of that just falls right onto your mat. But your legs are engaged, your belly's engaged, your arms, everything else is working. Release your hands, keep the warrior one leg, and just start to walk your hands out on an angle, finding a nice stretch here. So thinking chest forward, hips back, using this warrior one setup, and breathe. And then walk your hands back in. Use an inhale to come back to your warrior one just for a breath. Stretch it out. And then hands to the mat. Find a vinyasa. So left leg comes up and back. You can move through any kind of vinyasa or skip it. And we'll meet in downward facing dog. Breathe. We just have one more side. And then we'll slow it down. I know you guys are doing great. Here we go. Inhale, stretch your left leg high. Left knee, left upper arm. Over to the right. Back to the left. And the right. and the left, and the right. Knee to your heart, and then tap the shin down. Bring it back into your chest. Keep it lifted. Come to your left hand, right arm reaches, hand behind the head. Inhale, open. Exhale, crunch in. Inhale, open. Come back to your single-legged plank. Left leg extends. This time, finger pads of your right hand. See if you can start to extend the arm. For 3, 2, and 1. Right hand down, left leg up and back. Bring your knee into your chest. Step it forward, runner's lunge. Start to sweep the arms behind you, arrow lunge. Get strong in the legs, airplane pose. Really nice. Breathe. Inhale, one-legged Tadasana, right knee to your chest. Exhale, figure 4, sit up. Just 3 of these. On an inhale, stand up straight. Exhale, sit up. Inhale, stand up straight. Give your left glute a squeeze. Exhale, sit up. One more time, inhale. And exhale. Stay here. Time to play. Maybe a twist. Maybe an arm balance. Maybe you just really practice the balance. And then we'll all meet back in our one-legged Tadasana. So take your time getting there. There's no rush. Inhale. Exhale, airplane pose. Go slow. All right, big transition. Warrior 2 to the top of your space. So open up and flip your feet so that the right leg leads. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So find your full expression of the pose. You can be here. Maybe you practice the half or the full bind. And don't be afraid to use a strap. Yeah, it's a great tool. Keep rolling the shoulder back. Stay lifted. Keep pressing to the outside edge of your left foot. Hug your right hip underneath you. Take one more breath. On an inhale, reverse your warrior. And then start to straighten through the front leg. Exalt. Find more length in your side body. And then window the hands down, frame your right foot. Standing splits. Maybe walk those hands forward, bow in. Here we go. Shiva squat. Left knee comes behind the right. Sit low. Hug into the midline. Right hand stays down. Floor, book, mat, block. Open up, Ardha Chandrasana. Bring it back into the midline. Shiva squat. Sit low. And then open up, Ardha Chandrasana. One more time, sit low. And then find your full expression of the pose. So really remember to flex the left foot a lot and hug your right hip underneath you. You have the option to play with balance or Padahastasana. All good. Breathe. One more breath here. Exhale, square everything off, back to your standing splits. And then big step back, setting up for warrior 1. So left foot down to the earth, toes are at about 10 o'clock this time. Feel free to move the right foot out toward the right. And then use your inhale breath to stand it all the way up. Inhale, reach up, warrior 1. Keep moving the left hip forward, right hip back. Then in to your right knee. Breathe. Hands come behind the back, interlace, left thumb, right thumb on top this time if you can, or the one that you didn't use before. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, humble, breathe. Drop the head. Right hip back, left hip forward. Pull your navel to your spine. See if you can pull the arms over your head even more. Gently release the hands, bring them down to the earth, start to walk them forward. Drop the head, find a nice stretch here. Keep committing to the bend in your right knee. Walk the hands back to frame your right foot. Just one inhale breath to stand up, find your warrior one, and then hands to the earth. Find a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in down dog. You made it. Y'all did great. On an inhale, stretch the right leg high, and then half pigeon. Right knee comes behind the right wrist. Slide it on down. So I know you don't have a mirror probably to check your alignment, so just look behind you. Make sure the left leg is coming right out of the hip socket. And that the foot is not sickling. Try to walk your hands back by your hips and sit up straight, finding that length and that extension in the spine before you fold. And just walk the hands forward and melt into your mat. And know if this is an uncomfortable pose for you, you always have the option for figure 4 on your back. So just roll over to your back, cross the right ankle over the left knee, same stretch. So just getting into that hip one more time. We work the legs a lot. Take one more breath here. Know that you can spend as much time as you need here. If you're ready to move on, just start to walk your hands back towards you. Roll over to your right hip and bring your left leg around to the front. And I'll face you guys. So right sole of foot comes into your left inner thigh. Bring your left hand behind you and reach your right arm up. Now take a big breath in, and then as you exhale, reach for somewhere along the outside of your left leg. Maybe the calf or the outside of the foot. Try to keep your heart lifted. I know we've probably all been spending so much time on laptops and computers and phones the last couple weeks, so try not to hunch. Really find that extension. Maybe you even reach the left arm behind you and look behind you, find a little twist. And then arm comes up and over, crisscross over that foot. Again, lift the heart. Exhale, fold with a flat back. So just pull the belly in tight. Keep leading with your heart. Really nice. Sit up nice and tall. Bring your right hand behind you like a kickstand. We'll stand up on the right shin. So on an inhale, stand up on your shin, press the hips forward, drop the head back, stargazer pose. And then have a seat on your mat. Really nice. Cross your ankles, roll over your knees. You can take a vinyasa if you still have uplifting energy, or just come back to your down dog. If you're on your back in figure 4, just switch to the other side. On an inhale, stretch your left leg high. And then left knee comes behind the left wrist. Slide it on down. Once again, setting up for your pigeon pose. Trying to sink the hips. So you're trying to sit evenly, right? If you find you're falling to one side, a block or a blanket underneath your hips can be helpful. Inhale, find the extension. Exhale, melt. Reach the fingertips out. Try not to clench. Just let gravity help you to release here. Take one more breath wherever you're at. Taking as much time as you need. So to walk your hands back toward you, roll over to your left hip. Right leg comes around to the front. Once again, I'll face you. Left sole of foot into your right inner thigh. Try to flex the right foot. Right hand comes behind you, left arm reaches up. And then exhale and fold. Reaching for somewhere on the outside of your right foot. You might even reach the right arm back, finding more extension and a little twist. Keep hugging the belly in. And then arm comes up and over. Fold. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale. Fold. Keep lifting the heart. Sit up nice and tall. Left hand comes behind you this time, standing up on the left shin. Stargazer pose, hips forward. Just open it up one more time. And then sit it on down. Extend your legs straight out in front of you. Reach the fingertips high. And then exhale, Paschimottanasana, reaching again somewhere on the outsides of the legs, maybe the feet, keeping the heart lifted, finding a flat back to the best of your ability. Inhale, exhale, fold. Sit up tall, fingertips forward, belly in. We're going all the way down. So pull the belly in, go as slowly as you can. See if you can feel every single vertebrae touch the earth. Breathe. When you get to where it feels pretty challenging, you're in your middle back, shoulders and shoulder blades are still lifted. Lower back is pressing into the floor. You're knitting your ribs, you're hugging the belly in. Just stay. Now, ordinarily, I'd make you do some extra core. But I trust you. I know you'll do it. We're out of time. Breathe. All right. Stay here one more breath. You've got this. And then all the way down to the earth. Really nice. Breathe. Pull your knees into your chest. And then take the soles of your feet toward the ceiling. Separate the legs. Grab for somewhere on the outsides of your legs. Maybe the outsides of your feet or your ankles. Flex your feet toward the ceiling. Forearms are on the insides of your shins. A little tuck of the chin. Keep the whole spine on the floor. Happy baby. Keep trying to rock your sacrum down toward the earth as best you can. So sometimes grabbing lower on the leg helps. Really press your feet into your hands and your hands into your feet. And I like to rock side to side. I think it feels nice. And then bring the soles of your feet together. Keep your knees wide and guide your feet down to the earth. Bring your right hand to your heart and your left hand to your belly. Close your eyes. Supta Vajrasana. Feel your heart beating into your hand. This is your heartbeat on yoga. Breathe. Staying here for as long as you'd like. Please remember, even though we're not in the studio together, to take your Shavasana. So you can stay just like this for as long as you need. If you prefer a more traditional Shavasana with your arms and legs extended, please move there when you're ready. If there's anything else that you need in your practice, to finish your practice, please do that. My soul honors your soul. I honor the love, light, peace, beauty, strength, and kindness within you because it is also within me. In sharing these things, there is no distance and no difference between us. We are the same. We are one. Bring your palms together at your third eye, the seat of your intuition. May you have positive and uplifting thoughts. To your lips, for purposeful, meaningful, and kind words. And to your heart, where we find empathy and compassion and love for our entire community. It's been a challenging time, but may we never forget that we are all one community, and compassion and love for everyone is so important, especially during this time. And we're all a team, right? So thank you all so much for practicing with me this morning. Namaste. Stay in your Shavasana as long as you'd like. I'm going to stop the recording and turn on unmute you all so that if you have any questions, you can ask.